of our Divine Mother. Our Divine Mother says, don't be restless. Remain quietly concentrated in your heart and you will find me there. With always our love and blessings, says our Divine Mother. Sri Aurobindo's Savitri, Book 3, the Book of the Divine Mother, Canto 4, The Vision and the Boon, page 384. It must live on, describe all time's huge curve. An influx presses from the closed beyond, forbidding to him rest and earthly ease. Till he has found himself, he cannot pause. A light there is that leads, a power that aids. Unmarked, unfelt, it sees in him and acts. Ignorant, he forms the all-conscient in his depths. Human, looks up to superhuman peaks, a borrower of supernature's gold. He paves his road to immortality. The high gods look on man and watch and choose today's impossibilities for the future's space. Some messages given by our Divine Mother to the children of our Divine Mother, taken from the writings of Mona Sarkar, Conversations with the Mother. First topic, the Mother's signature. Our Divine Mother has given the luminous notes about her signature and says, this is the symbolic representation of the bird of peace descending upon earth. Instead of drawing the whole bird each time, I have made a symbolic drawing which represents this bird. You can see clearly this is the bird in flight which is descending towards the earth. It is still far, but one day it will alight upon the earth, then there will be peace. This then is the significance of my signature, says our Divine Mother. And then our Divine Mother talks to Mona Sarkar and says, do you know what this means? And then our Divine Mother points to her signature for this. The answer was, no, Mother. For this, our Divine Mother says, no, wait, I'll show you. And then our Divine Mother draws a bird above the signature and then says, do you see it? And then Mona Sarkar says, yes, Mother. Then our Divine Mother says, this is a graphic representation of the signature. It means the bird of peace descends upon earth. It has wings tilted towards the earth. It is coming down to earth. You see the angle of its wings and how it is descending towards the earth? It is to bring peace. It is the messenger of peace, the bird of peace descending upon earth. You see? Now I'll explain to you how this bird corresponds to the signature, and then our Divine Mother shows the sketch of the bird and then says, look, first, this is the tail of the bird. Here are the two tips of the tail, and I extend it as the wing, which is seen like a curved line. You have seen the tails of birds, they are like this. So, with these two tips of the tail and one wing, it is one part of the bird. And this is the other wing. They are large wings, and these are the eyes which are represented here by these 2 points. And here is the head. Our Divine Mother says, one sees the bird appearing from far. That is why one sees only the eyes that shine and not the details of the figure. It has large wings and it is inclined like this to one side. That is why its body is hidden. One does not see its body. It's hidden because it is behind its large wings. And from far, one sees only its two eyes and the beak and all that. Because it is only the eyes that shine, the eyes reflect the soul. The eyes reflect the soul. They are important, the eyes. So it is like this. The tail joins with one wing, and this is the other wing, and these are the 2 points, are the eyes. And our Divine Mother points out all these on the sketch. Now, do you see it? And then for this, Mona Sarkar says, yes, sweet mother, it is true. Did you know this? For this, Mona Sarkar says, no, mother, it is interesting. This is the symbolic representation, says our Divine Mother again, of the bird of peace descending upon earth. So I made the symbolic representation of the drawing which represents the bird. You can see clearly this is the bird in flight which is descending towards the earth. It is still far, but one day it will alight upon the earth, then there will be peace. This is the significance of my signature. It comes from another world to bring peace down here. Do you understand? Says our Divine Mother. But mother, it has nothing to do with your name, Meera. For this, our Divine Mother says, no, absolutely nothing. Nothing to do with all that. It is only people who give stupid interpretations. It is because they imagine this way and attach a significance in conformity with their imagination. It has nothing to do with my name, says our Divine Mother. For this, Mona Sarkar asks, but sweet mother, it has nothing to do with your name? For this, our Divine Mother says, no. But I have seen on your photographs and some old photos you've signed with your signature, with your name in the beginning. For this, our Divine Mother says, no, it has nothing to do. And then Mother writes like this and says, it has nothing to do with my signature. These are only baseless imagination. The signature is this. It is the bird of peace descending upon earth, and not all these stories. Do you understand? And for this, Mona Sarkar says, yes, sweet mother. And then we see the bird of grace, the messenger from the Supreme. And then our Divine Mother talks about the photographs and says, what I am, it is there in the photos. Only in each photo, a different aspect of myself reveals itself. All the same, it is I who am there. In each photo, it is a different aspect of myself which is revealed. It is an entity that is present. It is not a picture on a piece of paper, but a living presence, a vibrant force, and an entity or an emanation which is projected and which has a power of action and formidable means of execution. Question, sweet mother, what does it represent? What is there in your photos? Our Divine Mother smiles and says, don't you know what is there? It is I who am there. I am myself there in the photo. But in what form are you there, sweet mother? For this, our Divine Mother says, in all the forms I am there. It depends on the photograph. It depends on many things. For in each photo, I am different. To each individual to whom I give it, it is a different aspect of myself. At each moment, I am represented by a different form, a different attitude, and to each one, and for each one, it is a different thing. It is never the same. To some, it is the aspect of kindness. To another, it is another aspect of calm, of perfect serenity, of mercy, of compassion, of cosmic truth, of eternal, infinite consciousness, or else the aspect of power, of humility, and of divine sweetness, and so on, which is represented in the same photograph. Our Divine Mother says it varies with each individual. Each instant and each attitude, it is something new. It is constantly changing. I am never the same. It depends on the indications and many things. In each photo, says our Divine Mother, I am different, and to each one I reveal myself in a distinctly different way which is right for him. Usually, in a photo, it is one of my infinite states of consciousness and varied moods of expression caught eternally in a moment. The Universal Mother in her infinite forms. It is for you to find out which of my aspects predominates in each photo, what strikes you when you see the photo. You must feel and find it. In each photo, it is a different aspect of myself which is revealed. It is an entity that is present. It is not a picture on a piece of paper, but a living presence, a vibrant force, and an entity or an emanation which is projected and which has a power of action and formidable means of execution. A Divine Mother says, anyways, it is a part of myself, materialized, concrete, which reveals itself in such a way that the force can act through the photo itself because there my presence is living and a portion of myself is manifested in the photo. It also depends on the person to whom I give the photo, on what he needs, at what moment, for what reason, and why. All this plays a very important part. That is why it is never the same personality or the same aspect which reveals itself, but it depends on many things according to his state of consciousness, his temperament. In fact, it varies constantly. For you, it may be one thing, while for another, it may be completely different, although being the same photo. That is how it is. But why do you want to know this? For this, the child says, because mother, the other day when I brought the photos, I sent for someone. I wanted to know what exactly is there in your photo. For this, our Divine Mother says, my child, me, I am there in the photos. Exactly what you see here now, the whole like this. I am there in the photos. What I am, it is there in the photos. Only in each photo, a different aspect of myself reveals itself. All the same, it is I who am there. For this, the child says, it is said, sweet mother, that it is your emanation which are in the photos. For this, our Divine Mother says, yes, it is true. It is my emanation that are there. And then the child says, not you in your entirety. For this, our Divine Mother smiles and says, I am present in my emanations. I am there like this, the whole. But why do you want to talk about or discuss about the subject? It is not a subject of conversation, says our Divine Mother. The next topic is the gaze of the Divine Consciousness. Question, sweet mother. In this photo, it seems to me that you are looking deep within me, there in the psyche. It is a look that penetrates, but it is not a tangible experience. For this, our Divine Mother says, no, each time I look at this photo, it gives me a marvelous and concrete feeling. Naturally, I know what it means, but still, each time that I look at this photo, I first feel that this is not an ordinary look. It is not whom I am looking, but it is the gaze in identification with the divine consciousness. It is the gaze of the divine consciousness which penetrates deep inside there in the psychic, and from there it radiates in the whole body like this everywhere. It is a gaze that penetrates. When one looks, one feels that it touches the psychic and from there radiates in the whole body. It is so living a gaze, me too. When I look, I feel as if seized by the divine consciousness which goes directly into the psychic. Everyone who has even a slightly devoted consciousness, a slightly developed consciousness can feel it. It is an extraordinary gaze full of power because it is the gaze of the divine consciousness. But when I concentrate on the photo, this look penetrates the psychic. It touches the psychic. The psychic is a portion of him, and from there it radiates all around. This force which penetrates spreads like this in the body. And those who have a developed consciousness can feel this very easily because it is a direct gaze which penetrates into the psychic being. You understand? Says our Divine Mother. The mother's symbol and says, the central circle represents the divine consciousness, the 4 petals represents the 4 powers of the mother, the 12 petals represents the 12 powers of the mother manifested for her work. They are sincerity, peace, equality, generosity, goodness, courage, progress, receptivity, aspiration, perseverance, gratitude, humility. Our Divine Mother says center and 4 powers white. The 12, all of different colors in 3 groups. Top group red, passing on to orange towards yellow. Next group yellow passing through green towards blue, and the third group blue passing through violet towards red. If white is not convenient, the center may be gold, says our Lord Sri Aurobindo. Prayers and Meditations, February 19th, 1914. O Lord, be ever present in my thought. Not that I ask this of Thee, for I know that Thy presence is constant and sovereign. I know that all we see and all that escapes our sight is just what it is only through Thy marvelous intervention because of Thy divine law of love. But I say this and repeat it. I implore in order to escape from forgetfulness and negligence. Oh, to become Thy living love so powerfully as to transfigure and illumine all things so completely as to awaken peace and benevolent satisfaction in all. Oh, to become thy divine love, pure and clear sighted, to be that always and everywhere.